Hi guys, what's up? Bionicle Buyers back again with the first Star Wars crossover review. I got this for Christmas. It's one of the clone troopers. I haven't collected these things in so long, and I'm not really that much of a Star Wars fan. But you know, my family knows I love Transformers, so they bought this for me. I think it's okay. I just wish it could have been. I just wish this version of this toy itself could have been executed a little better. But you know, yeah, this was pretty much one of the examples on what the Marvel crossovers fixed. So yeah, this is a real test with my new tripod. If you haven't noticed. Though one thing that I think is kind of neat about it is these little guns can move around. So that's one thing that I thought was kind of cool. One of my biggest complaints about it, mainly it's just due to I have two complaints with this guy. One being with the gun, and the other being with the back section, because the back section is his legs. So I'll start with the missile. It looks cool, and like, you know, yeah, the gun looks pretty sweet. However, the missile, when you push the button, doesn't even fly out of the launcher. You gotta pry the missile out, and you can see that I expected this gray part to be the missile, but you know, yeah, I don't know what happened during the refinery of this thing. I mean, I might just clear up some of the plastic on that to see if I can get the missile to fire any better. But I kind of have no idea how to do that. In translation, please help me. Now before I get into the other one, I'm going to transform him. Transforming him, you're going to pull the gun off. This is going to be his weapon and robot mode, or mech mode, as they state it. You can fold those up in any way you want. I just kind of close them up like that, and then fold these. Okay, I obviously forgot about another complaint about this figure itself. These have no way of staying out of the way, because when you transform, they bump into those. So you kind of got to move these out of the way to get the legs. That's what I'm talking about. When you're transforming them, the legs pop off constantly. It is annoying. So if you already have this figure, you probably know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, that's something to look out for. The way the feet transform is actually pretty neat. When I first got it, I thought when you flip that down, that was his foot. And I was going to say that was a complaint because the foot was too small, but when I actually pushed down on it, I saw the whole foot flips out. So yeah, that's something I kind of liked about this thing. It's actually a really neat way on how a Transformer's feet changes form. Like, I keep everything up on him to keep him balanced. Of course, I don't have him fully transformed yet. Awesomeness with the camera. Yay! Ah, crap. There we go. This upper part, you're going to split in half, like that. And the whole thing is going to come down, like that. It doesn't peg into anything, sadly. But once you get that done, you're going to pull his arms out a little bit like that. these can flip around in any position. And, yeah, you just extend the arms. Unless you extend them for... I don't know. You can leave them extended, or you can push them up. I'm just gonna push them. I'm just gonna leave them pushed up for the sake of the review, because I have no idea what I'm doing. I haven't collected these figures in so long. I mean, I don't hate it, but it's not one of my favorites. Yeah, you kind of got to get his back like that. There's really nothing much else you can do, and it doesn't tab in. And what the heck? Okay, never mind. Okay, that's where the pilot would go, but this one didn't come with the pilot. But, oh well. And then you just pull his head out, and there you go. The Clone Trooper in robot mode. Mech mode, whatever, if you want to get technical. The robot mode is actually the neck mode is actually pretty neat in its own sense. But you know, he's definitely not better than the Marvel crossovers. Those are excellently done. The gun just plugs right into his hand. Of course, it could be a bit of a pain to get in, but once you get it in, he holds it pretty tight. And, yeah. Again, the missile is kind of suckish. And, yeah. Let's get him in with another figure pretty quickly. Here's Movie Prime. So yeah, you can kind of see where he stands. And so yeah, if you want to pick this figure, like if you're a Star Wars fan and a Transformers fan, I would recommend this. Like, just to show that you're a fan of both. I'm not as much of a Star Wars fan as I used to be. But, you know, this kind of shows me what I used to actually have an interest of. And, you know, I'm just you know me, I'm just straightforward Transformers. And I really don't review much else but Transformers. And, yeah. Anyways, yeah, like I said, if you're a Transformers and a Star Wars fan, I would recommend this. If you're not much of a Star Wars fan, but you're a hardcore Transformers fan, you probably wouldn't want this at all. Depends if you like the way the mold looks. I'm more on the verge of I'm more of a Transformers fan than I am a Star Wars fan, but you know, this thing, he's not a terrible figure. I just wish he could have been engineered a little better. Like, at least a bit of a, like, at least I wish that they could have done something better with the upper body, or at least just something different with him. Like, I'm not completely ripping on him. It's a good figure. It's just, it's not exactly what I expected. Like, I've had Star Wars crossovers before, and I kind of got rid of them, but, you know, yeah. One of the good ones that I've had in my past was, the Obi-Wan Starfighter, or the Darth Vader Jedi Starfighter. You know, those are good. Like, I really did like those, and if I still had them, I'd review them, but, you know, yeah. Enough talking about my personal life. Yeah. Both Star Wars and Transformers, go for it. Just Transformers, not Star Wars. Think about it. Star Wars, Transformers. If you're hardcore Star Wars, nothing on Transformers. This will not interest you at all. Transformers, Star Wars crossovers. I can't remember his name. I don't have the packaging with me. Yeah. Star Wars crossovers, figure. Clone Trooper, whatever.